Hello everyone, this is your Operational Readiness and Performance class, and today we will be translating individual regulation into team efficacy and mission success. This is our overview for the Operational Readiness and Performance. We're going to talk about the readiness style, team co-regulation, tactical communication, managing peer friction, the performance plateau, and micro-rest protocols. The Readiness Dial. The Readiness Dial is a management tool used by defense departments to measure, monitor, and adjust the ability of military forces to deploy at a moment's notice. This includes a service member's ability to maintain optimal performance, cognitive clarity, and resilience under high-stress situations. Psychological readiness is a critical component of combat readiness. Doing periodic check-ins and self-assessments can help with identifying how you are functioning within the present moment. Some zones that we will be going over is the red zone, which is feeling fatigued, overwhelmed, and having impaired performance. The yellow zone, which is functional but strained, which has increased risk for error. And the green zone, which is focused, alert, and mission ready. So how to do a self-assessment. Step 1 is you're going to conduct a self-check-in. You're going to check your physical symptoms. Do I feel rested? Am I experiencing any pain, injury, or illness? Do I feel hydrated and fueled? And then you'll go into 2, your mental focus. Can I concentrate clearly? Am I distracted or foggy? 3, the emotional state. Calm, confident, in control, or am I anxious, angry, overwhelmed? Next is your stress level. Is it manageable pressure that you're dealing with, or do you feel overloaded and do you feel like you're going to shut down? 5 is your situational awareness. Am I in tune into my environment, or am I missing things and I'm starting to have slow reaction time? Step 2, you're going to score yourself. So given each category a 0 to 2 score, give yourself 2 points if you feel like you are good. Give yourself 1 point if you feel like you're experiencing some issues. And give yourself 0 points if you feel like you're doing poorly. Total your score out of 10. If you have an 8 to 10 point ratio, you will be in the green. If you have 4 to 7 points, you'll be in the yellow. And if you are experiencing poor symptoms, you are in the 0 to 3, which is the red zone. Now we'll get into what each zone means. So going back, if you are in the green, meaning if you have 8 to 10 points, you're mission ready, you have clear thinking, controlled emotions, you're physically capable, and your action is to proceed and maintain that state. If you added your points up and you find yourself in the yellow zone, which is 4 to 7 points, you're degraded but functional, which means that you'll have slower reactions, rising stress, and minor errors are likely to occur. An action that we can do is to pause briefly and breathe utilizing the 4-4-4 method or box breathing, which is inhaling through your nose for 4 seconds, holding it for 4 seconds, and exhaling it for 4 seconds through your mouth. Refocus your priorities and reduce unnecessary risk. Next, the red zone. If you scored a 0 to 3 points, you are not safe or effective. You might be experiencing tunnel vision, poor judgment, or emotional overload. It is important that you stop if possible, remove yourself from critical tasks, and reset, which is hydrate, rest, talk to someone, and regroup. Why self-awareness of stress is critical? Self-awareness of stress is critical because it keeps you operational. If you can identify when you're moving from green to the yellow zone, you can apply techniques such as breathing or training drills to stay effective. 2, it can protect your team. In the military, one person's breakdown can compromise the entire unit. Awareness helps you to recognize the warning signs of fatigue and burnout. 3. Improves decision-making under pressure. Good decisions depend on staying in a controlled stress zone, not eliminating stress, but rather managing it. 4. Builds resilience over time. Repeatedly recognizing and managing stress trains your mind to handle higher pressure situations without tipping into red. And finally, 5. Enables leadership. Leaders must monitor not just themselves, but others, spotting when someone is slipping into yellow or red and stepping in. For the readiness style, it's important to know that stress isn't the enemy. Uncontrolled stress is. Understanding where you are on the dial lets you stay in the performance zone, which is the green zone, recover when stress rises, the yellow zone, and avoid total overload, red zone. That awareness can be the difference between effective action and dangerous mistakes in high-stakes environment. Now we'll be moving on to team co-regulation, how your breathing impacts team stress. So why does team co-regulation matter? Teams unconsciously mirror each other's breathing and behavior. Fast breathing equals a stress signal. Slow breathing equals safety and control. The ripple effect, if one stressed service member, there's going to be an elevated team tension. One regulated service member, the team begins to downshift. Your nervous system sets the tone. Tactical breathing equals tactical leadership. Pause for one breath before speaking. Speak calmly on the exhale. Slow your breathing slightly below others. Remember to do like a simple reset. Inhale for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 to 6 seconds, and then repeat 3 to 5 times. And in practice, possibly during pre-mission, 2 to 3 team breaths before green. During ops, be the calm anchor. And after the event, reset before debrief. Now we'll be beginning to talk about tactical communication, which is keeping comms concise to prevent team overload. So why does it matter? Overloading comms increases stress and mistakes. Too much information can make slower decision making. Clarity and brevity improve mission effectiveness. So what does overload look like? Well, it's long, wordy transmissions, repeating unnecessary details, talking over others with no pause discipline, which can let key information get lost. Principles of concise communication: say only what's needed, so maintain mission relevant information, lead with the point, the bluff, the bottom line up front, use simple, clear language, and pause to allow processing. Tactical techniques should be 1 to 2 sentence transmissions when possible. Use names, call signs first, confirm receipt such as copy, and avoid filler words and over-explaining. Team application. Set calm expectations before missions, one voice at a time. Leaders should model calm, concise communication and use short pauses, reduce cognitive overload. The key takeaway here is to be clear, be brief, be intentional, and the less noise, the better your performance will be. Managing peer friction. De-escalating team tension in high-stress windows. So why does that matter? Stress increases irritability and misinterpretation. Small issues can escalate quickly, especially under pressure. Unchecked friction degrades the team performance. Next, we'll get into de-escalation techniques. The first technique is to use a non-adversarial query, which is help me understand what you're seeing. Acknowledging and redirecting. I hear you, but let's focus on these next steps. Create space if needed. Use a brief reset. Team application. Normalize quick resets during tension. Leaders should model calmness and controlled responses, and handle conflict early. Don't let it build. Why it works? It shifts brain from defense to problem solving, which slows the interaction down and keeps communication professional and mission focused. when to use it, miscommunication or confusion, rising frustration between teammates, or before correcting or redirecting someone. The key takeaway is to be calm. Calm is contagious, and de-escalation protects the mission and the team. We'll be talking about the performance plateau, when pushing through starts hurting the mission. So what is performance plateau? It is the point where continued effort no longer improves performance and may begin to degrade it. Why does it matter? The push-through mindset can backfire under sustained stress. Fatigue can reduce accuracy, judgment, and reaction time, and this can lead to small errors that can compound into mission risk. Here are signs that you have hit the plateau, such as repeating the same mistakes, slow decision-making, feeling confused, increased irritability, tunnel vision, declining attention to detail, a lot more effort, but their performance is declining. Here's the tactical shift. Pause, which equals performance tool, and it's not weakness. Step back to reset cognitive load, reassess priorities and simplify tasks, and rotate roles if possible. Now, we will be talking about quick reset options. So 2-minute micro rest, which is step away, hydrate, and breathe. Slow breathing cycle before making key decisions, and a brief team check-in. What's essential right now? How to apply this for your team. Leaders should watch for plateau signs in others, normalize short resets during long ops, protect the mission by protecting performance. And the key takeaway here is more effort isn't always better, and the right timing plus reset can equal sustained performance. Now we will begin talking about micro rest protocols, which is finding 2-minute rest windows in 24-hour operations. Micro rest protocols, why does it matter? Continuous operations can drain your cognitive performance. However, short resets can help you improve your focus, reaction time, decision making, and having those micro rests can help prevent burnout and performance decline. The reality is that you may not get long breaks. Waiting for perfect timing does not equal recovery. Small intentional resets are mission critical. So where to find 2-minute windows? You can find 2-minute windows when you want to reset during transition points, such as when you completed a task and you're waiting for a next task, waiting for comms, data, or direction, pre-briefs or post-action pauses, and during equipment resets or system load times. So here are some 2-minute reset options. You can do controlled breathing, which is tactical breathing. You're going to inhale for 4 seconds through your nose, hold it for 4 seconds, and exhale through your mouth for 4 to 6 seconds. Can close your eyes, which can reduce stimuli, hydrate, which will slow your pace, and step back mentally. No input or no talking. How to apply it? So it resets before performance drops, rotate coverage within the team when possible, and leaders normalize and encourage micro rest. Lastly, this slide is talking about team impact. Small resets can equal sustained performance, which can ultimately prevent errors caused by fatigue and burnout, and it keeps the team sharp over long durations. The key takeaway here is that you don't need long breaks to recover. 2 minutes used well can reset the mission. Thank you for your time and attention. Please remember to reach out if you need anything from the mental health/combat operational stress control team. We are here to support you. Thank you.